do your thing right now.
Everybody ready then?
Yeah, you do your thing.
All right, I'll be ready then. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this episode of Live and Let Lore. My name is Jonah,
I'm Jeremy.
I'm Ethan.
and today we will be talking about the hot new topic known as Hazbin Hotel, Season 1. Spoilers ahead. You've all been warned. I know it should be self-explanatory, but if I don't say it, there'll be someone who be like, well, I didn't see anything about spoilers there.
Nice glasses.
Hey, you know what? Bite me, Banana Man.
Okay. So if you have been living under a rock, Hazbin Hotel came out this month, February. It finished this month.
Well, I mean, yeah, it did finish in February.
Season 1 did. Lots of questions. Lots of questions.
Well, it was first introduced 4 years ago as a pilot, which came not quite out of nowhere. It was
talked about, it was rumored, and it was discussed, and then it finally came out, and the pilot garnished millions.
The last time
of
I
views.
looked, they were at 99 million views.
Yeah, it got hundreds of thousands of millions of views.
But that's just for the pilot, which is free to be found on YouTube. But anybody who cares to look, which I would recommend doing. Of course, there are some changes to the animation and voice style for some of the characters, and a lot of the. There were a couple characters that stayed the same, but for the most part, a lot changes in 4 years. And
Some.
I said a lot.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, like what?
So we're also very interested in what happens in the future of Hazbin Hotel and what's going to be, what's going to come.
I'll be honest with you. I'm ready for Season 2 already.
Oh, yeah.
But like I've been
Go ahead.
busy for years.
Ooh,
Years.
Since her zoophobia videos.
Yeah.
Those are fun.
Yeah. But just to keep things in some kind of order and not so we're just bouncing around all over the place, I say we do this by episode.
Ooh, okay.
So, do we want to start on the pilot, or do we just want to skip that and go on?
We shouldn't skip.
We'll do a
per
quick
se. A lot of it
abridged
Okay.
of the
fillers.
pilot.
Yeah, it was more of a proof of concept. But we should,
Okay.
we should talk about it.
So the pilot came out, you said 4 years ago?
4 years ago.
Yeah, and
Where's that? I mean, not
it
exactly.
left us with even more questions back then than the season 1. Season 1 answered a lot,
But now I have like several more
few.
questions.
but now I have 200 different questions, right? It was honestly, it was probably the most ambitious YouTube project at the time, and this was all off of it was probably her and maybe a couple of friends and the voice actors, of course, too. But not a whole lot of people worked on it. You can tell that there's a huge difference between, obviously, the pilot, where it's only like a couple of background characters, and then episode 1, where you can actually see each different background character and what they're doing. There's a little bit more character in the show.
A lot less sound effects too. Me and Ethan were discussing about earlier.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, the pilot was it seemed like every movement and action required an accompanying wacky sound, but they seem to have cut back a lot on that for the actual show, and I'm glad they did. It was a little
It's
jarring.
more relegated to a single character or characters, like Vox. He has a lot of like TV sound effects,
Yeah,
like
which
the
makes
ding, ding,
sense.
ding, ding, ding,
He's
and
the
things going
TV.
on like that.
He has like a lot of talk show sound effects because he's a talk show host. It's what he does, so it fits.
It fits well. I enjoy it.
What do you do?
A lot of the voice actors changed. All the voice actors changed for the main characters. No one stayed. I don't know why they. Maybe there were reasons. I know why they changed Serpentius more or less. They didn't. Stamper, I think his name is. I don't think they got along with him very well. He's kind of he's one of those edgier YouTubers, and they're not that kind of way. You know what I mean? That's just my guess.
Oh, so he wasn't on board with the project then?
No, he was on board with he voiced Serpentius.
Yeah, I know that, but
In
like,
the pilot.
Yeah.
yeah.
He's just one of those more edgier YouTube guys, if you look up some of his stuff.
Well, I mean, to be fair, it seems like they did a recasting for whatever reason. I don't know the reasons, personally.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I still enjoyed the show a lot.
Oh yeah, the show was good. Anything else on the pilot we want to touch on? There's not a whole lot happened, but it just set the stage.
I would say it was just more of like the stage setting because a lot of the facts got changed or rearranged or moved around. However, so the pilot is not like I wouldn't say heavy canon, but topical canon. I would say
It's like, here are the characters, here's what's going on, have fun.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
Set the scene.
set the scene.
So then let's roll over to episode 1.
I just gotta say it immediately. "Hell Is Forever" is an amazing song that Adam sings.
Oh,
Second song of the episode.
well, before we get into episode 1 entirely, I'd say why don't we chit-chat about the characters for a little bit.
So we can talk about the intro cinematic for episode 1, where they're bringing in the kind of setting the scene.
They're telling more the backstory.
The background lore for Lilith and Lucifer and Charlie and all that jazz.
What was it was Lilith and Adam, and then it went to Adam and Eve, right?
Yep.
Yes.
It was Lilith and Adam.
Adam demanded total control over Lilith, and she was like, "No, I don't want that." So she fled the Garden of Eden, ran into Lucifer, and then Lucifer and Lilith fell in love, and then they would eventually corrupt Eve, was my understanding of it.
They would eventually give Eve the apple of forbidden knowledge and introduce sin into heaven and therefore Eden, and be responsible for the eventual downfall of mankind, I do suppose, is the concept they were trying to sell to Lucifer, because his punishment for this action and for introducing free will is he would only see the consequences of free will. So he would only see the murderers, the thieves, the rapists, the people who were given free will and chose to hurt with it.
Yeah.
Is what he would end up seeing in the end.
Yes.
That was his punishment. And that's kind of where the stage is set, out of fear of hell's growing power, because, as you can imagine, the line for heaven's awfully long. However, hell will fall right in.
Yeah, come on in.
Right.
So
It takes nothing for one to simply topple.
Yeah. We don't know too much about Lilith. We
Yeah,
know that she was a singer of some kind that
No, not
inspired.
It was her voice that inspired the demons of hell to rally to make hell what it is today.
Yes.
From my understanding.
awfully brutal legend, come to think of it.
You know, actually.
Now that I just thought about it, yeah, awfully brutal legend.
Yeah, with the guitar.
No,
like,
with
no?
With the what was the Queen of the Black Tears or something like that, or what?
Oh, the Sea of Black Tears?
Yeah,
How
the Sea
they-
of Black Tears. But like the whole story for Brutal Legend was that there was a woman deep within the earth who sang, and her song watered the
yeah.
tree of life or
Yep.
whatever, and blah blah blah.
From those little animated cutscenes you get from Frame
Yeah.
the Dragon.
The ones that looked like they were just sketched out with pen. shit.
Yeah. Because I remember some type of beast had her in a cage and was like, "Yep, it's
Or
Yeah.
Magodan the Eternal Fire Beast. Nailed it.
Damn, dude, I have not played that game.
No, he wasn't the beast that had her caged.
No, he wasn't the beast that had her cage, but the beast that he was trying to name was Ormagodan the Eternal Fire
he
Beast.
wasn't.
Wasn't it?
He was talking about the beast that had her caged.
Oh, that would
Oh.
have been a
I just
different
assumed
demon that I cannot think of
You
his
just
name
assumed, yeah, no. Omagodan the Fire Beast was because he was the sun in this myth.
Yeah.
And like the world was in darkness, and all the creatures that lived in darkness were hideous and ugly.
Yeah.
And the one thing they hated the most was to look upon themselves and each other. So when Omagodan would fly through the air and illuminate them, they would have to gaze upon themselves. So they dragged him from the heavens and killed him.
Yes.
And then that's their creation myth for where they got
Music,
fire and metal
fire
and
and metal.
music and all
That
that
is
jazz.
a good fucking game.
Oh my
It's
god.
a great game. It's a
Cult
great game.
cla-
But we're not talking about Brutal Legend in this episode. I'm
Anyway.
sorry. I did this. This was my fault. But
We all love that game, but we'll
that's
do
great.
another episode on that one later. Back to Hazbin Hotel. So, what was your impression of the new voices? Did they bother you? Did you?
I liked all Keith David, of course. I
Look.
loved that one. Okay, so I will be honest. I was like kind of skeptical about it because it's like, why Keith
Yep.
David?
We all were.
Why
Same.
Keith David?
It was one of those things like I loved him in Halo. I loved him in the Chronicles of Riddick. I loved him in all of his stuff he does. I love Keith David. But it
Goliath, Shadow Man, all that stuff.
did amazing in all of these things. But it was one of those voices that it's like for Husk, I don't know how that's gonna fit. And then he actually started doing the performance, and I was like, never mind, I'm just gonna put my boot in my mouth and shut up. It's
And
Keith
then I
David. I
heard
should have
Loser
never
Baby,
doubted.
and I was like, okay, I'm shutting the fuck up now.
I love that song.
We'll get to that later. But oh my god, is this?
Episode 4, work our way up.
Yeah. I will say I didn't like Angel Dust at first for his
Oh yeah,
voice.
Yeah,
no.
we
His
were-
his very first introduction, it seemed like they just decided, you know what? For his first 5 sentences to come out of his mouth, we'll turn him to 15.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. It was a little strong. He
was
came
a
out a
li-
little strong.
Yeah, and then they dialed
But-
it back, and I was like,
And
okay.
they dialed him back,
Now
and
he's-
suddenly it was like, oh wow, this is. I like this character.
Yeah. It went from wow, I hate it to okay, no, it's pretty good.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Poison changed my mind on that too.
Poison was another good song.
We'll get in,
Yeah, I know. We'll get to that.
well, I was gonna say at the end we'll talk about our favorite songs because if we talk about our songs now, we're gonna be here for
Okay,
like the
so-
whole hour.
Ignoring the music, story, go.
Yes.
Anyways,
Yes. Episode 1.
it was about Charlie basically putting forth the idea of her hotel to Adam.
Yeah. Oh, Adam. He's a fucking dick, right?
He's a fucking goober, though.
I love him.
Yeah,
I love his character.
He's a great villain, in my
He's got a
opinion.
Oh, yeah.
He's absolutely a great villain.
I love putting my name on shit.
best. Fucking best.
Oh, he's of course he's a dick. He's a fucking
Goober.
He's the original dick. All dicks descend from that
Wait, let him cook.
dick. Let him cook.
But damn it, if I love his character.
No, he's a very interesting villain because he is so self-absorbed in his own high.
Yeah.
And you can't kind of help just be like, I follow. I want to see where this goes.
And his song doesn't help either because it's just. That's another one of those things where we can talk a little bit about the songs, but we'll go into detail later.
Let me know. We have to talk about the song.
Yeah,
they
it's
are
a
part of
musical.
the story.
Yeah, his song. What is it?
Hell is forever.
Hell is Forever.
Forever.
That was a pretty good one.
I got it on my playlist.
Yeah.
I got so many of these songs on my playlist.
I don't have all of them because
No,
there are
but
some that I could care less for. Charlie's song.
The first one.
first one?
Happy Day in Hell.
Happy Day in Hell.
Yep.
Wasn't a bad one.
Not a
Wasn't
bad
a great one.
I will say that about this. Every song I like, but there are some that I like less than others.
Yeah.
Someone was like, I
There was not a single song that I hated.
Yeah. Not hate's too strong of a word.
Yep. Hated
Yeah, that's what I said. It was like,
Yeah.
there's no song that I hate. There was a few songs that I was meh.
But like, oh, buddy, when they bopped.
They
yeah,
bopped
they
hard.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they bopped so hard.
What else happened in episode 1? We got introduction to. No, that's episode 2.
Well, episode 1, basically, we saw the introduction of Lucifer calling Charlie for the first time. That's how she ends up talking with
Adam.
Heaven and Adam to begin with. Is he's like, hey, leader of Heaven's army wants to talk. I don't feel like going and talking to him.
You can do it.
You're up, kid. And then, so she goes, has her whole musical, confronts Adam. Adam literally has like a 45-minute window that like she gets to make her spiel. And you notice he literally takes up a good 40 minutes of it
Yeah.
talking about himself.
Yeah.
And then finally he's like, all right, cool, whatever, let's go.
Yeah.
And then we proceed into Hell is Forever, where it lays out, like, as far as he's concerned, hotel is DOA, dead on arrival.
He's like,
don't
I don't
even bother.
care. And even
Yeah.
then, he doesn't want it to work because he enjoys the extermination. He's like,
Yeah,
no, this
like-
is my entertainment. This is fun.
From our side of the court, this is fun.
Yeah.
Like, it sucks to be you, but I'm not you. Grass is pretty green over here, bud.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
What else happened? We get. What was it that he said to what's her name?
Luke?
Luke. Yeah. How many demons did you kill this time, Luke? About 225, sir. 225. Damn, rocket sugar tits.
Which was something that I found interesting is that all the exterminators are female. They are all Adam's descendants, essentially, from my understanding. They are all
As I understand it.
they're all descended from Adam. Like, he didn't just create these in
Well, I
heaven.
mean, everyone's descended
Well,
from Adam.
right. But I'm saying specifically while on Earth. Like, I thought originally he just created them while he was in heaven. No, that was not the case, apparently. I thought that's what happened. But he would just pick and choose his great, etc. granddaughters throughout the century and be like, you did good, and you did good, and you did good.
They're like, yeah, no one but exterminators are allowed to. I mean, we're going way too far forward again. So back to episode 2, I believe we're up to now, because now we've established that, like, oh, and he also establishes that since Heaven is the one calling the shots here, like, Heaven is basically finally laying out a full flex and saying, hey, you exist under sufferance. We can stop by anytime we like. So I know we're just here, but we'll be back. Twice as fast.
Yeah, in less than half a year.
Half a year.
months.
We'll be back in 6 months.
Yeah, when they
So-
just literally got done.
It was
with
literally a week ago.
Yeah.
Oh.
I know it's just been a week, but we'll be back in 6 months. Guitar solo.
Guitar riff, doors closes, and
Shit.
episode 2.
Episode
As far as
2.
we're
Radio
concerned.
killed the video star. That's a funny ass name.
It honestly is.
Apt. Because of course, we get our third song for the
Should have
show.
stayed gone.
Stayed Gone.
That's another
I
Bob.
believe.
Oh my
that's
god, yeah.
Really, where the show, where that episode.
It was kind of the focus of Vox
Episode was just
versus
reminding-
Alistair
Yeah,
in a roundabout kind of way.
Yeah.
More of a
kind of a rap battle, if you will.
the way I could see how that battle went for that entire episode is like, you ever just see a lawn dart, like an old fashioned lawn dart? They're standing about a mile away from each other, just as hard as they can at each other.
Just yeeting them motherfuckers. Episode 2 starts out with an introduction to Vox with his new voyeur drones. Spying on your neighbors has never been easier.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
And they have the whole panel and display screen. And
So
it's,
this is-
everyone rushing in. And Vox giving interviews
Yeah.
and showing that, like, he's the big man in town. He's the tech guru. He's the big Moogle. And then getting a call from Velvet, their
Yep.
other V, that Valentino is throwing a pissy fit down in her studio. For whatever reason, I guess. You just decided, hey, I'm not going to wreck my place. May as well go somewhere else.
Angel Dust is ignoring
Yeah,
his calls.
because Angel Dust has decided, hey, I don't need to live at the studio and I can have my own place.
Deuces.
Deuces. And I also love when he's freaking out. He's like, he believes he can just show up, work a shift, and go home. Can you believe this shit?
I don't think he's actually Mexican. I think he's Chinese.
Ba-doop, sweatshop. So, your face was blank. I figured I'd spell it.
Thank you.
So, what was I saying?
Valentino throwing
Valentino.
a...
Yeah,
Hissy
throwing a hissy fit because Angel Dust is staying with Charlie, and AKA also known as the Princess, Lucifer's daughter. So Valentino's like, I'm gonna go shoot a motherfucker. I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna cause some trouble.
Yeah.
And Vox is literally like, I'm sorry, you want to go start shit with the Princess of Hell? You want to
Yeah.
go cause a scene over there?
I think the concern was more of
no
their
thanks.
self-image. Of
It was their self-image
yeah.
of like, hey, we can't just go causing a scene.
Them.
What would chasing down one of your employees look about our image?
What would it look like? Because he's like, you're not going over there.
Yeah.
But then Valentino drops the big H bomb, the big hydrogen,
The big A.
the
if
big
you will.
A bomb, if you will,
The big
the
A.
Alistair's back in town bomb.
Dude.
And he's like, you
Hey,
didn't
that's what
lead
we call
with
a
that?
segue in the business.
Nice joke,
Hey.
dog.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people died from the atom bomb. Anyway.
Hey, wait a minute.
Nice joke, though. I liked it.
Silver lining. So, drops that bomb, and now we get our third song of the series.
Stayed Gone.
Stayed Gone, which is Vox attempting to play some big dick energy against Alistair.
Trying to
And
outshow a showman, essentially.
Yeah.
Trying to outshow the showman, proving that times have moved on, and it is the new age. Alistair's been gone for too long. His power basis is gone, moved on, and that is that.
Which, I mean, in the end, though, he ends up losing that fight.
Yeah.
Because Alistair,
Horribly.
Alistair's like, oh, that's cute. You got to try all these different medias, and people still enjoy mine after all this time. What does that say about your fucking skills?
Yeah. I will say this.
Hard.
Vox is 100% a character I would have made. As like, I'm like, what if I could put a character into like a OC, I guess? What would I make? A guy who has a screen for a head. Absolutely. 100%.
I love the design of so many of the characters. I think there's only like 2 or 3 characters that are like meh, but like Velvet, She looks human. She's a very boring demon, in my opinion.
Why do we know why everyone in heaven and hell are like furries?
I was talking about this. I'm very curious of the what's what I'm looking
Look, let's be
for
honest.
here.
Though I'd imagine in heaven, since it's basically a paradise, you get to look exactly how you want. Those furries are furries by choice.
Yeah.
I'm almost certain there shouldn't be any there. Like,
But still, everyone is either a furry, a scale.
I mean, like, I also wondered that when St. Peter's like, yeah, and in heaven, everyone's hot, and I'm like, that sounds pretty lustful to me.
yeah.
Doesn't that sound pretty prideful to
I
you?
think that's kind of what they're going for. Is like hell is not as infallible as,
Well, heaven's not as infallible.
or sorry, heaven's not as infallible as they advertise. Thank you.
As it claims to be, because they're like, yeah, we're not entirely sure what gets you here.
Exactly.
But once again, we've moved forward.
I'm pretty sure that's, or at least that's my theory, is what they're going for. I'm not going to sit and say, yeah, that's what they're going for here. That's fact. No, it might be
It might be. But yeah, I think the idea is that heaven's not as
perfect.
perfect as they say, and so let's move on a little bit here.
Episode 3?
Episode no, wasn't there anything else? Episode 2.
There was something else in episode 2. Episode 2 brought in Serpentius joining the crew.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
under the guise of yes, I want to redeem, but as a matter of fact, I'm spying on you.
I am spying.
Yeah,
I am
and
a
then
super
Angel
sleuth.
Dusk throws a hissy fit. Not a hissy fit, but he feels
He. Angel's a dude.
got it. He feels that the whole drug seller and the little kid bit thing, whatever it was.
No, that was funny. That was funny as shit, though.
From me, the meth dealer.
He feels left behind, I guess, because everyone's like, "Oh, Sir Pentious, you're doing great. You're doing wonderful."
It is a thing that you do notice from Angel is like,
Episode 2, really?
yeah, that's episode 2.
I forgot how fast everything moves.
Well,
Really.
it's a very fast-paced show,
It
but
is very
like
fast-paced,
in a
but
way, it
feels-
flows still.
Yeah.
Like
I
it's
think Edgerunners was a note of the show that I felt moved really fucking fast,
But it
at
never
the same
broke
time, I
pace.
never felt left behind.
Exactly.
Yes.
Like it always felt well paced.
Felt left behind, and then he catches
right,
Sir Pentious in the act.
yeah, but like
Playing
Angel.
the camera and all that good jazz.
That's where sorry. It starts with sorry.
That was one of those few songs that I was like, eh.
I just love. I need an extraction right now. It's only been a day, my guy.
And you
If
already
they
been
don't
caught.
kill you, do it yourself.
I was like, Jesus Christ!
Like hell.
I mean, to be fair, you're literally like, okay, like this is our spy, this is our inside man. Don't worry. 4 hours later, you get a distress call. He's already compromised.
Yeah.
Be like,
Oh.
I took a chance on you. You know that? I gave you a chance, and this is.
And they didn't kill him though.
You know what? This is fine. And they were like, hey, can we just kill him? And I'm like, I thought that's not how that worked.
Kill him.
Well, I mean, Vaggie could have done it.
Yeah.
She could have, at any given point, she really could have ended anybody.
Unknowingly, she could. Well, she
No,
probably knew.
Knowingly, full well.
That's
knowingly.
probably- that's why
could have
she
killed
says-
anybody.
That's probably what she says later. We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
We'll get
But sorry plays, and then Alistair makes fun of Vox one more time,
Just basically, nice try, nerd. Click.
pretty much, and that's more or less the end of the episode, I think.
Yeah,
So
more or
then-
less. And then we go into 3, and that's World's Greatest Dad?
No.
No, that's 4.
yeah.
3 is
Scrambled eggs.
the whole meeting
Yep,
and
yep,
all
yep.
that shit
When
going
we finally
on.
figure out that the angels and
Can
the
be
exterminators,
killed.
the exorcists, aren't as infallible as we have been led to believe so far, and one has in fact
Died.
dead.
Yes.
After Alistair was asked to humanely dispose of Sir Pentious' egg boys,
He did not.
he ends up taking them on a bit of a field trip.
Yeah. Do you remember the spider's guy's name?
Zestial?
Zestial. Okay.
Yep.
I could not hear his fucking name between Alistair's radio voice thing and Zestial's voice thing. I could not understand a word he was saying. I was like, am I fucking deaf or something?
But yeah, his name's
Jesus.
Zestial.
Okay.
And interesting, he is the oldest overlord, so that has been confirmed.
know of, yeah.
That we know of. which is interesting because it's like, man, I wonder what you
No, he can't be. Because Lucifer was still the first inhabitant of hell, correct?
mortal soul overlord.
Well, Lucifer is an overlord.
Well, right.
He's the overlord of pride.
Then I'll make that specific. Oldest human soul.
I mean, no.
Well, then again, I think the overlords are a branch of their own, because we do have overlords like Mammon. He's greed. I forget the bee chick who sings Cotton Candy. I forget her name.
Yeah.
But she's
Gluttony. Beelzebub.
I believe so.
I think
yeah.
so, maybe.
No, that was the name of the club, I think.
Oh, no.
But she's basically just indulgence and things like that.
Yeah. Have you seen Hell of a Boss?
I'm actually woefully behind it.
Oh, okay.
Ozzy, that's Lus.
Yeah. I know him because him and Fizzarali are a thing.
Yeah.
And Mammon, too, because he's pretty funny.
And then Lucifer's Pride.
Yes.
They have Satan, and he is Wrath, I believe. But don't quote me on that one. But no.
We don't know enough.
Where Lucifer is and where the overlords are at are two separate playing fields. Mortal souls, not mortal souls.
Right.
But Zestiel is
Mortal
the
souls,
oldest
fallen
overlord of the human souls.
Yes.
That said, continuing. So it gets into the meeting, and one of the egg boys, Frank, was it?
Yeah, it was Frank.
Look, Frank's with them. We have names?
Well, first with the meeting,
But I still wonder what the fuck the eggs are. What are they?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that Serpent just created them.
Maybe. I don't know.
Because for them to just kind of...
Life.
Huh?
He can create life.
I guess. I don't know.
Like,
I have no idea what the eggs are.
just that order of creature in hell, just hench demons?
Well, I mean, yeah, I would imagine.
Henchmen?
I guess. I don't know. But with the meeting, it goes. They talk about the angel problem and what's going on, and then it
The
goes.
fact that the next extermination's right around the door, apparently.
Yeah, and also they talk about Velvet.
Yeah.
Don't care
Velvet.
for her song.
I actually enjoyed
love
that song.
Her song.
Really?
You are outvoted here. Yes.
I would say
Really?
I have that on my playlist.
Oh. Maybe I had.
Respectless
I only
is-
listened to that one once. I listened to all the songs I have on my playlist like multiple times.
I mean, it's fair.
They go about. It was a whole back and forth between Velvet and
Carmilla.
A
whole back and forth about, like, okay, so, like, just saying, somebody killed an angel, and
Now we
there's
know it
someone
can be
here
done.
who specializes in angelic weapons.
Maybe
Yeah,
you
but
should do something.
I mean, Carmela was her name?
Yes.
She knew about the whole angel weapon being able to kill other angels. I don't think anybody else knows. They just know that an angel died. They're not
Well, yeah,
sure. as
right
to-
then, yes.
Okay.
They all knew that then. She's the only one who knew that because she killed the angel.
Right.
So she found out via angel killing that it works.
Yeah.
I call that a pretty successful field test.
Yeah. Oh,
She's
thank God
like-
that worked.
Hey, I kicked an angel in the head and it
Soda
fucking
time.
died. I'd call that a pretty good test. Like, the facts work.
Right.
And so, but her problem throughout the meeting, she's denying it while Velvet's pressing that we need to go.
Like,
To
we
war.
can go to war.
We
Yeah.
can go to war. We finally stand a chance in this. We can take it to them.
We're not sure what's changed, but something's changed. We can
Something's
kill
changed.
them.
Yeah.
And all the other, well, not all the other,
It
other
seems-
overlords, but Camilla and
Yeah.
Zestiel, for the most part, both are like, hey,
We need
you
more
don't
information.
know.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know anything, and yet you just want to go to war. Like, it's pretty dumb.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking dumb.
His song was him being like lighten the load.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like tell me what's
which-
up. Which that was one of those
after that
songs that
was-
was explaining what's going on, so I didn't.
Yeah, it basically explains that Carmilla refused to talk about the angel killing and that she knew how to kill angels because if hell did go to war, she could lose the very people she killed to protect.
Yes.
Like, her daughters could
Which-
die in the crossfire.
Yeah,
She
which is
can't-
like that's fair.
Like, in an all-out war, she can't protect them. But she
Yeah.
can't keep her head down and protect when, a stray angel comes by.
Yeah.
But if she paints a target on her back as the person who knows how,
Then all the angels are gonna be like her first, and
Her first.
everything she owns, and
that's-
everyone she owns, and everything anything related to her needs to be wiped out.
Which those two girls that she was protecting, are those her daughters?
Yeah, those are her daughters.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's still very confusing on how that works.
Yeah, it's like
I don't know how the family dynamic works in hell because there are multiple characters that have family members in hell.
Yeah, and it's like
Angel Dust has a sister, a brother, and a father, I believe, all in hell.
See, but that's...
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to be doing a little episode skipping. Molly is the name of Angel's sister, and there's a character in heaven that I'm like, that looks very familiar to Molly's design. I doubt it is Molly. It might just be a coincidence.
Maybe.
But, like, no one has seen Molly yet, so it could be that she's in heaven.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Like, yeah, the whole family dynamic thing is a little odd.
For
Well,
my,
I mean,
unless, like...
people had families when they were
Yeah,
alive.
when they were alive.
right, but are Carmilla's kids from Earth?
Oh, okay.
Or did her and another demon get freaky and they had a child?
Right.
Like, what happened?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Can that specifically not happen?
Like, yeah, is that a thing that can happen in hell? Or is it not a thing that could happen in hell?
But at the same time, I would also understand, like, if they were just her kids in life and, you know, they, of course, helped her in the family business that got her damned.
Right.
So they're damned. And so they just got back together in hell.
Yeah, I would imagine we're going to get more details as the series goes. These are just questions that we have in general that we hope get answered. I'm pretty sure they will, though.
Oh, absolutely.
But that's more or less episode 3.
Yes.
Yeah. More or less.
I don't think there's any, I mean, the whole final scene with the Egg Boys going back to Serpentius.
Oh, and telling him that they overheard the whole thing.
yeah, and he was like, "Yep, that's great, guys."
That's nice, guys. Let's get to bed.
You just go to bed, guys. Maybe you'll go on an adventure with an alien tomorrow. Good
Yeah.
night. I mean, to be fair, though, I don't blame him for not taking it serious, because if you have people spouting randomness around you 24/7, 365, you just kind of nod your head along with it, and when they finally say something that makes sense, it surprises even you, because you're like, they spout random shit all the time.
The shadow government controls the pigs. See? I think that's pretty much it. So do we want to move on?
Yep.
Episode 4?
Episode
Greatest Dad.
4, finally.
No?
No.
Oh, you have it?
Yes.
Okay, what's the next one then?
I
believe in you. I thought you had it. You lied to
Masquerade.
me. Huh?
Masquerade.
Masquerade. Which one was Masquerade?
Angel Dust and Huskers episode.
Okay.
My favorite episode.
Yes, I could agree just because it has my favorite song in there.
It has 2 of my favorite songs in there.
Yeah, I do love Poison as well. That is a good
both
one.
of those are great. I love those.
So that starts off with Angel and Husk arguing. And
no,
yeah,
not yet.
I could have sworn that it started with them arguing a little bit,
Maybe a
and
little
then
bit.
Angel gets
It
called away by Val.
basically-
No, I think they do argue a little bit,
Well,
but
they
They
nothing.
argue a little bit, but he doesn't
And
get
then he
called
gets
away
called-
by Val yet.
I could have sworn he got
No,
called
that's
on pretty
another
early.
No. So what happens is, they're all talking, and then eventually Angel gets a call from his boss, like, "Hey, I need you now." And Angel's like, "Well, I gotta go. Bye."
And Charlie's trying to stop him, and he's like, "No, it's my job. I have to go. I don't have a choice."
Yep.
Yeah.
I swear that was later.
I was
No.
about to say, like, I'm pretty sure about it. Like, it wasn't a full-on, like, argument like it is later in the show that Husk and Angel have. It was just a little spat.
It's their regular back and forth banter that they have.
Yeah.
That where Angel's going on to him, and Husk is like, "No."
No. No.
Angel Dust going to the studio, doing his thing, and then Charlie shows up, and
That makes Angel go, oh
Fuck.
shit, you should not be here.
that's the first time we see Charlie snap, I guess, because she does kind
She
of
got close.
Yeah, but then, well, first what happened is Charlie just kind of stood in the back, was like, "Yeah, I'm just here. I'm just I'm just trying to make sure." Yeah, and then
Fail.
things hit the fan.
And thinks at the fan. First she distracts the boom operator, then she trips over an extension cord, causing a fire.
And
Don't know
then
how that happened, but
Val
whatever.
takes it all out on Angel.
Yeah.
One swift beating and a good talking later.
Angel tells Charlie to fuck off home because you're not helping the situation, which admittedly fair.
Understandable, but Angel fucking snapped.
I can't say I blame him
No.
because when you're in that much fear for your life,
What can you do?
yeah.
Then we get into Poison after Charlie leaves, and Valentino's like, "All right, let's try this one more time."
That is a good song.
Poison's pretty good. Then Angel goes back to the hotel. Him and Husker have a back and forth. He bounces. Then Charlie's like, "Hey, you need to go apologize."
Was Vaggie was like, someone needs to go and get him. Someone named Husk.
Yeah.
Someone
I ain't fucking going.
you did this. It be you. He's like, why should it be me? And she's like, you're the one who set them off.
You pissed him off. You gotta go get him.
You go get him. Just make sure he's not going to get hurt out there.
Yeah.
To which, by the way, I love the fact that Husk is actually able to handle himself completely.
Oh yeah.
Because like
he's Gambit.
essentially, yeah, actually.
That's a little bit of a jump. I will say this: loser baby. When when Husk goes saves Angel from a pretty much spiked drink, they have a whole back and forth, and then Husk sings "Loser Baby." That's my favorite song in the whole show.
I gotta say though, before the song, when Angel's like having his breakdown, I gotta sing the praises again because the raw emotion that are in all the breakdown scenes for Angel is like, who hurt? Like we know who hurt you, but it's like who hurt you? You know?
Do you need a hug?
Are you good?
Husk and Angel make up. Charlie apologizes.
They make a kick-ass team though.
Yes. We learn Angel lets him know that he can take care of himself even in a fight. So, anything else we want to talk about?
No, that was more or less the whole bit for episode 4.
Now on to episode 5. Dad
Five?
Beat Dad. Yes. We're on to episode 5. How does it... Oh. Charlie is freaking out because she's trying to think of more plans and ways for people to join the hotel.
All right.
And obviously failing. And then everyone's like, hey, well, Husker, I think, throws up the first idea of, why don't you talk to your dad? He's Lucifer. So why not start there? And then she's like, no, I can't, blah, blah, blah. They have a whole back and forth. Daddy issues?
Daddy issues. I do love how in the entire time of the phone call between Charlie and Lucifer. Quick side note, though, I do love the fact that Lucifer, 110% goober. And I love the character.
Do we know what's up with the ducks?
It's never brought up again, really.
I don't get it.
I think it's just an inside joke.
Maybe.
For some reason, it's just we finally get to see Lucifer, and he's
A goober.
workshopping ducks.
I guess. The call between Charlie and Lucifer is pretty funny.
Hey, bitch!
Hey, bitch.
Charlie's calling me. Whoa!
This has got to be perfect. Hey, Char. Stupid. I love his entire just tangent with himself of like, I'm not sure what to do here.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck to
Also,
say.
he's a sharp dressed motherfucker.
He's short too.
Oh, that too. But he's a sharp dressed motherfucker. I look at his fit and I go, damn, that shit hard.
That shit be. Date myself a little bit here. That shit be on fleek, bruh.
Leave.
I was gonna make an apple of the eye comment because he wears so many apples, but then Jonah had to
Yeah, Jonah ruined it.
Fuck your joke.
ruin any attempt at comedy.
Yeah.
That can be made in the near future.
Good.
So Lucifer shows up. They have an hour to prepare, and the place starts falling apart in front of him.
And he's like, oh, all right, I can help.
I'll help. So he helps fix the hotel and gives Charlie some plans, which goes into... What's the song called?
Greatest Dad.
Greatest Dad. That's another good one.
I do enjoy that one.
In which we really get to see Alistair throwing some mean gaslighting.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like...
Well, I mean, everything he says isn't wrong.
Well, me and Ethan were also noticing from the, like, just watching Alistair, like, I knew Alistair wasn't
He
gonna
doesn't like Lucifer.
at all.
Yeah, I was gonna
Like,
say that.
there
Why-
is-
Base just immediately. He's just like they shake hands. He wipes his hand on his coat. It's like, why do you hate him
He didn't
automatically?
even shake hands. He shook
So
his
mu-
staff.
Yeah, and then he still wiped his hand.
And also, when Charlie and Lucifer hugged, you see, like, Alistair's eye, like, twitch. He literally was just like, what in the fuck?
Yeah, I don't. Maybe
Like-
we're missing. We're probably missing something because he just baseline hates Lucifer.
And, like, every time he can make a dig at him or
Mm-hmm.
he can do something to annoy him, he does it. He takes it without hesitation.
Yeah.
I don't. Maybe we missed something. I don't know. But this is only still season 1, of course, so we don't.
Right.
have
We're
everything.
probably going to get answers to things like that as the series goes on. I will make an important point out to anyone who may have missed it that Lilith and Alistair have both been gone for 7 years.
Well, I'm skipping here. I'm thinking that's what he made it. Who he made a deal with.
That's what we're all thinking. But we'll
But
get,
what end?
Yeah,
exactly.
Where he's like, "What did you? What type
what
of
was
deal
promised?
was it?"
What was the deal? But anyways, continuing with the episode.
That's another episode that had 2 pretty good songs.
More than anything, was it was an enjoyable one.
Yeah.
Well, I think it was indeed an enjoyable one, basically explaining how Lucifer has tried the redemption path before.
And Heaven was like,
And Heaven was like, yeah,
Get dunked on.
not going to happen. And basically, he failed. He couldn't make it work. So when Charlie was like, hey, I'm going to do this, he couldn't get behind it because he's like, I've tried that before and I know it fails. I can't put myself behind it again. But now she's like, I will do this with or without you. And he's like, I may as well back you up. More or less, you know?
my understanding was like what there was a line that made me go like, I wonder if he does know where Lilith is at, because there was something the way he worded it made me go like I already lost and I don't want to lose someone again, and it's like, so you know where she's at, or what's going on here? Give me answers.
Well, we know that Lilith is alive.
Yeah, we know that.
And we know that she's on account.
Well, maybe that he doesn't.
I also noticed that he still wears his ring.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
I just saw that today when we were rewatching, and I was like, oh shit, he still wears his ring. Not too terribly big significance, but still, I'd say a level of significance.
Yeah. What else happens in that episode?
Well, we meet Mimsy, but, enough of that. Anyways, she
point.
ruined that whole song, and it made me mad. But someone did a remix of that song, and it made me happy.
What was it?
It just basically extended it a little bit, and when Mimsy comes in, when Lucifer is telling Charlie no over the phone, they put that there at the end of the song after Mimsy goes, "It's me," and he's like, "No, no, 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 no."
No.
It's like, I appreciate whoever made this.
That's funny. Don't care for Mimsy?
She ruined the flow of that song, and it upsetted me.
Okay. So you don't... Well, since Mimsy showed up, I'll continue from there. We do hear another retelling of Alistair's story, but we get to see faces of the Overlords this time, which I think is kind of interesting.
Like, there was how many...
At least the Overlords he replaced as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, like, how many Overlords did he... Because
I
I would
think
imagine...
8.
8 or 9, yeah.
Yeah.
I counted 5, but I was like, I know that's not right. I know I miscounted.
Maybe 5, but, like, a lot. Where
Still.
Overlords.
Like, even if it was just 5 Overlords, for someone to just... And be like, you're weaker than me, you're weaker than me, you're weaker than me, you're weaker than me, is still terrifying.
Yeah, because in the pilot, I noticed this. They tell the whole Vaggie tells the whole story of he's the radio demon. He threw their screams over the radio every night or whatever.
Or whenever he got one.
Yeah, but when Mimsy told it, she
A little bit more detail.
A little bit more detail. We saw some faces of the old Overlords, and I think we saw the new Overlords taking their places. Then we figured out that he's pretty much as harmless as a kitten if you give him liquor and a old song.
Yeah.
Whiskey in an old song. More Than Anything plays a little bit after that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's where we learn the deal that Alistair has a little bit, where Husker fucks off.
Oh, no, when he goes after them and
yeah.
is like, big, which is interesting, because has Husker been around Alistair too for the past 7 years?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
He made a
that's
deal with
the point,
Alistair.
actually, because when he's
Oh.
resummoned, he's resummoned. He was off doing something else.
Yeah, he
that's
was playing
true.
poker, and then that's when he got called back in. And how would you know that he's on a leash too? Like, how do you know that? Did he tell you? Do you know? Is that something a part of your contract? Like,
He is the bartender. He knows a lot. So.
right, but
Highly doubt Alistair's just confiding in him all of his deepest, darkest secrets.
Right.
So,
yeah,
but however, the amount of fear he was able to put into Husker immediately,
quickly.
all that bravado gone,
Yeah.
gone.
Well, it's just funny how all Husk did was say pretty big talk for someone on a short leash.
Pretty big.
Someone who's also on a leash.
Yeah.
And he just,
That's
you fucking what?
Yeah.
Them britches getting a little big there, friend.
Yeah.
You're useful, not irreplaceable.
Yeah. Then Lucifer and Charlie talk more about the
Reconcile.
hotel. Then No, then Mimsy's problem shows up with the mobsters or whatever. After
Alistair takes
the
care of
loan
it.
Yep. Then
They reconcile.
then they have the song. I think that's more. Promises.
Yeah, more or less.
I can get you the meeting,
Yeah.
but it's just you.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
going to be. You're going to be on your own, and that's when Charlie's like, "Don't worry, Vaggie, you'll be there with me." Vaggie, what?
In spirit, in heaven. Yay!
And so that'll be practically the end of that one, and then we go into.
Episode 6, Welcome to Heaven.
I gotta say, I did not care for that song, the "Welcome to Heaven" song. It was like,
Whatever. But, so pretty much in that episode, Charlie and Vaggie go to heaven, and then the rest of the crew is told, go have fun, but be responsible.
Responsible night on the town.
Yes, you can have fun,
When-
just be responsible with it, because that's a very important
Well,
point.
even
for
even
Nolan.
then, Charlie got it.
Angel comes home and is like, "Yeah, Valentino just had me working 18 hours on a whim
Yeah.
because he's being punished for
And that's when Cherry shows up.
shit Charlie did."
Yeah.
What the fuck's with that wall?
What the fuck is with that wall? I mean, I would be asking the same thing if the same exact wall just kept.
Serpent just blew it up. I think the mobsters blew it up too. And
the monsters blew it
Cherry
up,
Bomb blew
Cherry
it
Bomb
up.
blew it up.
I was like, what? Really?
Why that wall specifically? Why that wall specific? What did that wall do?
It's right in front of the car park. It's right there, man. You just step out and boom.
Yeah, I guess. But so
Convenient.
Charlie and Vaggie go to heaven, and Charlie tells Cherry Bomb,
Here's money. Take them out
Come
responsibly.
out in the town. Enjoy yourselves. Everyone's been working real hard. They deserve to let it off.
Party hardy.
Party hardy.
Right.
Now, if you allow me, I'm just going to kidnap Vaggie right quick through the portal. And
She literally.
yeah. Then they go to
on
heaven,
their way to heaven.
and that's when we
Where they
hear
get that really awkward interaction with St. Peter.
Yeah.
No,
He's just
shit.
like-
Are you sure you're supposed to be here?
You sure you're supposed to be here? Because as far as I'm concerned, your kind's not allowed up here.
Yeah.
We don't affiliate with
We
your
don't
kind.
like your kind around these
Yeah, we
parts.
don't really
Boy.
like that here. And then the Seraphins come down. They're like, yeah, no, it's okay.
It's a meeting.
So I gotta
Spoken
admit,
before.
it is interesting to see the Seraphins as the ultimate, like that's the top of the leaderboard so far that we see. Because I don't think in the show we'll see God or Jesus. That might be a bit too heavy on the religionist bit. I could be wrong on that.
We could. I just don't. Maybe not Jesus, but definitely probably God's eventually.
I would say that might be like a last.
Or he's
episode.
gonna show up and be like, "Hey guys, I'm back. What the hell's
fuck
going
have you been
on?"
doing?
Yeah. You've been doing what the hell?
My me. What?
What? We get
but-
Welcome to Heaven, where
Yeah.
we get a little tour of heaven.
Another more furries, which is still weird, but whatever.
Scalies.
And scalies.
Oh, Emily and Sarah, the two Seraphins. I still don't understand the bird forms.
Why they bother changing to people at all?
Yeah, like they had a bird form where they were descending, and then they changed to people, and it's like,
why not just stay birds?
Why?
well, or just why not stay people, and then just I figured that would be just like
I figured the bird form's their natural form. Why not just stay bird?
Well, we know that they can also just teleport whenever they feel like, because at the end of Welcome to Heaven, Adam shows up and was like, "Oh fuck, you're here." Well, then
and Sarah's like, whoop,
"Yeah,
shut the fuck up.
yeah," takes them to some kind of building.
I'd imagine her office because she.
Yeah, I imagine too. But Adam sees them, takes them to the office. Then
Where
then Charlie and Vaggie go to the hotel room.
Oh,
Charlie,
this is also very important because this is when we first learned that heaven. It's not widely known that there are exterminations.
Yeah,
Yes.
heaven,
Like
heaven
the
doesn't know about it.
extermination, not everyone knows about. There is
The extermin-
Sarah, Adam, his exterminators, and nobody else.
That's it.
pretty much it. Yeah.
Like nobody else knows that takes place.
Yeah. They she tells Adam that it needs to stay under wraps. They go to the hotel, and then that's when Adam shows up to the hotel room after Charlie left to go probably explore, I think, or something.
She was going to the zoo where she could pet animals that were actually soft.
Yes.
So there's one thing that Ethan pointed out on our first viewing that I'm like, why is that the old folks home in heaven?
Yeah, when they're going through, like, we have the best and brightest, and it's science, and then, like, also the kindest and most charitable, and then it's like, a person taking care of an old lady. And I'm like, could you imagine being such a crotchety old bitch that when you get to heaven, they're like, nope, that's just you. That's your shape. I'm sorry. Like,
Congratulations.
you're just an old woman. Like,
Damn.
This is happening and my back still hurts. What the hell?
that's what happens when it's the first thing out of your mouth for 75 years, ma'am. Like,
I want my prune juice. Give me my prune juice.
Anyway, we
fourth and fifth things out of your mouth every morning. 45 years, man.
Might as well be a record.
I gotta take a pee. And surprisingly, that's number 7.
I was all.
The brain cell just boop, boop, for a second.
But so we get kind of a big bomb on us where Vaggie is an angel.
Yeah, that was definitely
They reveal like,
What
oh my
was it
goodness.
where it was like, hey, come on, vagina or whatever.
Vaggie.
Vaggie. It's pronounced Vaggie.
Vaggie. Yep, that's what it is. Come on, Vaggie. It's pronounced Vaggie. No, I'm pretty sure I named you after the best thing ever.
Which is why I named you after the best thing ever.
Yeah.
Vaggie.
I get.
No, Vaggie. It's pronounced Vaggie. No.
I gotta admit, it was definitely interesting to see Vaggie be one of the first executioners to make a switch.
Well, that's just for taking off her helmet. Like, everyone knows, as soon as you pull off the mask, moral compass. Like, this is how it goes.
That didn't happen to Luke.
So what you're saying is, basically, their helmets are just.
See, Luke was already established as the bad guy, though.
Oh, okay.
See, like.
I got it figured out. Their helmets, same thing as the TF2's fucking gas mask for the flamethrower guy.
Rainbow
Oh,
Vision.
TFT, Pyro. Okay.
Pyro,
Rainbow Vision?
Pyro
The Rainbow Vision.
Pyro Vision.
Wait,
Do you believe in magic?
no, I was gonna say it's like the Eldar masks. Because the Eldar war masks, they deaden all emotion while the masks are on. Because Eldar are super sensitive little soy bitches who will literally cry for 7 days after someone they know dies.
My
So
version's better.
the helmets literally dampen all emotion while
Right.
they're on. But that's not at all. I was just saying.
Yeah, whatever.
That's
But-
but I'm just like, like it was literally like they showed her land, kill somebody, and then take off the helmet. And I'm like, oh, yep, that's why you fell. Right there. You took off the helmet.
Showed emotion, showed weakness.
Yeah, what was she spared like some kid?
Yeah, she spoiled a kid from Cannibal
kid.
Town.
Yeah, Cannibal
Yeah.
Kid.
And then Lute saw it, cut out her eye,
Tore off her wings.
tore off her wings,
and
and
fucked off till they
yeah.
were to die.
And they were just like, hey, enjoy hell.
And then Charlie was like, "I'll save you." It was like, "Wow, you won the fucking lotto on that one."
You got lucky. You got real fucking lucky.
Just happened to stumble down just the right alley.
Stumble down just the right alley to find the one person who would actually help you in hell.
yeah,
And not expect anything in return.
yeah. So then Adam's like, "Hey, we're having that meeting today. You're on my side. You're gonna try and make it work for me."
And she's like, nah, bing bong, fuck your life.
"Yeah,
I mean,
she
was pretty threatened.
yeah." So we go over to the meeting. Well, actually, before then, I think we go back down to hell where Cherry Bomb and all them is at the bar just hanging out right now, just talking, chit-chatting, whatever.
No, they get to the meeting, and then that's when they show the bar, because
Yeah.
Adam's like, all right, fucking prove it.
Yeah.
Prove
Yes.
it. I bet if you go check on him right now, he's making good decisions. All right, fucking prove it.
Yeah.
And then they get to watch everybody at the bar. And
Serpentius hitting on
Cherry Bomb
Cherry Bomb.
repeatedly.
Yeah.
It's funny.
I'm buying you a shot. In fact, I'm buying everyone a shot.
Why would we have sex? Because I'm having sex with everyone. Sorry.
So they're mostly focusing on Angel Dust the whole time.
Yeah.
Where Adam sets down these rules. where it's,
What were they?
It was don't steal, be selfish.
Be
don't-
selfless.
Don't steal, be selfless, stick it to the man.
Right.
Were his 3 criteria, and over the
Give me a
course...
fucking minute. Writing
fucking
down
minute.
as quick as can. Here.
Are you fucking serious? Yeah.
How-
Worked for me, didn't it?
He was the first person into heaven.
So Angel stopped drinking, I believe.
No,
No.
Angel drank. He didn't
He
take
drank.
drugs, though. He was
Yes.
like, no, that's a bit too far tonight.
Yes.
I'm good, thanks.
He also helped Nifty out of 2-3 situations.
Yeah, that was the selfless bit and stopping Nifty from stealing
Yes.
as well.
Yep.
You want to go play with the kitty? Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck?
She's drunk.
Actually, one thing where she not stood up to Cherry Bomb, but one thing that kind of caught my eye was she was like, "This isn't her scene. You know, she's not used to this. You know, let's dial it back with her." And Cherry Bomb was like, "All right."
I do appreciate that. Not only did Angel like stick up for Nifty, but Cherry was like, all right, I see where the line's being drawn. I'm gonna drop it there then.
Yep. Let me know when you're done being babysitter, and then we can hang out. I was like, okay, that's understandable. Then we see Angel stick it to Valentino when Nifty
Standing right in front of God and everyone.
Yeah.
Standing up to him, being like, I don't need to take your shit no more. While I'm in the studio, you may own me. But outside it, I don't need to get slapped.
Yeah. Get slapped.
So, I mean,
Pip slap.
he still
He still stood up though.
Still stuck it to
stood
the
up.
man.
And that cost Valentino a whole handful of neck fluff.
For my collection.
So they leave the bar.
Which he took very well, I need to say.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, his reaction was pure befuddlement. Just, what? What?
Wait.
Well, I mean, to be fair,
Bro,
I'd imagine most
what?
interactions with Val is yes, sir, no, sir. Where Nifty is just like, goblin.
What the
Absolute goblin mode.
Absolute goblin.
Serpentius gets cucked.
Yeah,
I will
it was
say
funny,
that.
though.
It was kind of funny though. Where's Cherry Bomb? Fuck.
It's fine.
And then we get to
Mine's bad.
another gem of a song in the series.
That was pretty good.
I did love it. Fucking, I forget the
I
title.
don't
of the song.
remember-
You didn't know.
Yes.
I believe it's You Didn't Know.
I believe so. But still
And
very good.
That is just Charlie making, everyone in the auditorium or the council chamber watching Angel make every decision flawlessly on the list and proving that he, in fact, isn't a bad guy. He doesn't deserve to be in hell.
And then also they show that the executions are a thing.
When Adam lets slip that, hey, by the by, gets a little heated in the moment. He's like, what are we even talking about?
One little tidbit that I realized that we kind of over that I feel is important is the fact that no one in heaven actually knows.
I brought it up.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I must have been looking at something at the time.
What?
That no
Knows.
one in heaven actually knows what it takes to get into heaven.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
No, not that. Not
No.
that.
Oh, okay.
I thought you meant with the extermination because that also comes up. But we
No,
brought
no,
up
no.
that, like,
No.
hey, do you actually know what happens? And they're like, well,
We know when
admittedly
one
not,
arrives.
but we know when someone arrives, and that's all we need to know.
Yes.
Yeah. And then, like, Charlie points out, like, he did everything on your list. Adam, why the fuck is he here then? You guys don't fucking know?
And they're just like, yeah, may have dropped the ball on that one.
Oopsies. And then Adam let it slip that the execution.
That's when the song came
Yeah,
out.
extermination
and
is
that's
a
when Adam
thing.
was like, oh.
And then they're like, all right, wait a second.
And then we see Sarah is the tall one's name.
Yep.
Yeah,
Sarah
that-
and Emily.
That's when Sarah's looking at Emily and the flames are like glowing in her eyes. It's like, oh.
That's what made
That's
me
like-
go,
required.
you're going to be the BBEG. I know you are.
You're gonna be a problem.
That's when you know it's like, oh, you stood in the worst spot and said the worst sentence ever.
It's like, you are the villain here. And I mean, she is the villain, essentially, in my opinion, because
well,
she was the one who approved the extermination.
Okay, that's fair.
And she is also like, I know we're skipping ahead a little bit, but it still kind of makes sense. In the last episode when Serpentius is redeemed, she is like horrified. You look at
Yeah.
her face, she's like, oh.
The implications are staggering.
Yeah, oh yeah. And then we have Emily who's, obviously excited.
Yeah.
Just super excited because she's behind it. She's like,
Yeah.
oh, wait.
Emily
Yeah,
and
oh, yeah.
Charlie are the only two who seem to be standing up for
Hell.
hell. Meanwhile, all the people in the audience were just like, yeah, sure, I guess. I don't care.
Well, I mean,
I mean-
after the song, or towards the end of the song, they were debating. We'll probably see more of this become a problem as the series goes on, and I feel like we may even eventually see those who agree that should go to heaven and those who are like, no, you should stay down there versus each other or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's what your time on Earth was for, to
Yeah.
decide which one of these you'll get.
Right.
And then there are other people who argue that, well, no, that's what hell's for, redemption.
Right.
Like,
If those of us are in hell willing to seek forgiveness and redemption, then yeah, they
Because originally, the concept of hell was every sin you committed earned you time in the pot, and then you would just work off your time. I believe it was Dante's Inferno, which described as he witnessed the souls burning in the lakes of lava, they were smiling because they were working off time. They were paying for sins, and eventually the torment would end, and they
Right.
would be given their reward and just desserts.
Right.
But like.
it's you have to learn the lessons of you fucked up. Here's
As
how.
time goes on, we get to see how the Christian faith kind of deviates to now hell is eternal. Like, because it wasn't a big enough threat just to be like, you can work it off by going to hell. Now, nope, that's the end of the road.
Yeah.
And that could definitely be what they're going for. Could be. That's not a definite thing.
But either which way,
That would pretty much be the end of that episode.
well, another thing that happens, I forgot, is that
And we didn't even cover the whole. Yeah, no, wait, yeah, you're right.
no,
So we covered the song.
no, the one thing that we didn't cover was that in the song, Adam revealed to Charlie that Vaggie
Vaggie's
is
an
an angel,
angel, yeah.
and then Charlie was like, what?"
And then that's
Oh,
when they
fuck.
get sent back to hell with Sarah being like, go back where you came from, and Emily being like, I'll do what I can to help you guys out.
Yeah,
Don't give up. We can still work on this.
yeah,
And then
And then-
Sarah,
Being like, Adam, that was uncalled for.
that was uncalled for. And then to mention the conversation between Sarah and Emily, where Sarah is basically gaslighting Emily, essentially like,
Just,
look,
this isn't your job.
behave
If you
yourself.
keep on it, you're going to end up down there too.
Yeah.
And I mean,
fallen.
I gotta say, all falling seems to come with is a massive power boost.
Right?
Like,
We'll get, that's the last episode. We got two more that we gotta.
yes.
Real quick.
We'll move on to episode 7. Hello, Rosie.
Oh, that was a fun episode.
I love
I
that.
love
That was
Rosie.
That was a fun
Rosie's
episode.
amazing.
I love the relationship dynamic between Rosie and Alistair.
we both know you're a real ace in the hole.
A what now?
Alright.
Now,
Anyway, starting at the beginning, Charlie and Vaggie are not talking to
Talking.
each other right
on
now.
the best of terms, they're speaking to each other.
Vaggie's
but
Yes.
downstairs explaining to everyone what happened while Charlie's sulking in their room.
Yes.
because she went to go talk about, hey, like, can we maybe not have this extermination? And all she got was the target painted directly on their backs.
Yeah.
That's all she, at the moment, seemed to have got. for
Wait,
her.
that's pretty much everything that happens in episode 8, where it's like, oh god, the extermination is coming, but it's literally only going to Charlie and Vaggie in the hotel.
Well,
That's it.
Initially, the plan was
Initially.
Adam was like, I'm going after your hotel first, and then rest of hell once I'm done with
Because
you guys.
before that, they had a pardon.
Yes.
It was like, hey, we're not going to touch you guys. That's fine. But now that they've brought so much attention, now they are
Fair game.
target numero uno.
right.
FBI's most wanted, like, top of the list.
Right.
And there's naturally some consternation about that amongst Dean Heaven's hotel.
Yeah. So, Charlie's sulking. Alistair takes this opportunity to go upstairs and make a deal, but not a deal.
It was a deal in every sense that it was an important piece in Alistair's pocket because he wouldn't have done it otherwise.
Yes.
He desired a specific wording of dealing from Charlie. He's like, I don't need your soul. I just need your abilities for one thing. What that thing could be, I don't know.
Yes.
A favor that harms nobody at a time of my choosing.
Exactly. He can just... It could be as simple as, go and grab me a beer from the fridge. Doubt, but you know what I'm saying.
Right.
As long as it follows the line of, you don't have to hurt or kill anyone, or it could just be hurt. It could just be a wording of hurt. Like, you said don't hurt anyone. You didn't say anything about killing
I
anyone.
need that man to drop dead.
Yeah.
He won't feel a damn thing.
Yeah.
Snap the cord.
We don't know what this deal will make. We'll figure that out in a future episode, I imagine. But he did get what he wanted eventually.
I will say that if Alistair did make a deal with Lilith, it could be his intention to use Charlie to help break that deal with Lilith. It's just a theory. It's just a theory.
So with that deal being made, Charlie gets the knowledge that
Angels can be killed.
Angels
Don't
can
know
be
what-
killed.
Carmela holds
Yep.
the key.
Yep. So
Now she needs a force. Some people to wield this knowledge.
yes, she needs the army and she needs the
And
weapons.
Alistair, once again, could be able to come in clutch and introduce her to a friend who can help.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But before we get to that, Charlie sends Vaggie after a couple of words sends her to go get the weapons.
One mean sniping comment.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't say I blame her
I
for
can't
being
blame her,
mad, though.
but like,
no, it's just like
it was so just an underhand, just sternum, just right up there. Like, if it was a physical blow, Vaggy's feet would have left the floor.
Oh, yeah.
Like 2 feet off the floor.
yeah.
That are just mere inches from the ceiling.
Yeah.
Like, that was just a sniping comment, and then, by
You
the
did
way, go do this, and then she carries on with her day, and it's really the first and if only sign that there is some distrust there now, and it's just that one sniped remark.
Oh yeah.
Oh, ouch.
But continuing on,
If you
Vaggy
knew,
go gets
you
the
would.
weapons. Charlie's sent to go get the army.
The song "Out for Love." What'd you think of it?
Out for love.
That's Carmilla's
Yes.
song.
Yep, Carmelo.
Skipping ahead a little bit.
When, yeah,
I figured we'd
her
just
eyes.
kind of follow, since that story splits off, we'll just kind of follow Vaggy's to point and then
then-
Charlie's
Okay.
to point.
It was all right.
Why not?
I don't think I'll add it to my playlist, but it was all right.
I added it to mine because I don't care for the lyrics, but that rhythm is fucking funky though. I love it.
That's some funky beats.
Like, honestly, if you could just take out the fucking lyrics, because the lyrics are cheesy, but I get what they were going for.
Right.
You know, don't fight for yourself, fight for others. I understand that.
Yeah, and another thing we learned is that angels don't fight protectively.
No.
They are all offense.
They're
They're-
pure
again.
offensive. Pure offensive.
That's why they don't wear armor. That's why they don't have shields. They only have weapons and spears and swords and all that kind of stuff.
Because in the 8,000 years that
They've
there've
never
been
needed armor.
exterminations, there's never been an angel killed.
Yeah, I imagine a demon would shoot at an angel, but what good would that do, you know?
Piss it
doesn't
off,
hurt.
maybe.
Yeah.
Or make it laugh.
So, yeah, by the end of the song, basically, the knowledge is passed on that, hey, by the by, not only are angels kind of dumb and easy to outmaneuver as long as you can survive their initial attacks because they don't ready for a counter, they don't act defensively.
Yeah.
Just hit them with their own shit.
Yeah.
I do gotta admit, like, I'm not a big fan of the whole, like, they're weak to their own weapons. I would have liked it maybe just a little bit more if it was like demons could. I don't know how you would do
With
that.
the right motivation or reasoning, a demon could kill an angel type deal.
Maybe, yeah.
But,
Well, what
like-
type of motivation would an overlord need? Because, like, if you think about it, let's say an overlord like Valentino or Vox got caught out, highly
Dead.
unlikely.
Dead.
Then it's like,
Dead.
why would an angel, or why would Vox not be able to kill an angel just because he wanted to? He is an overlord. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like when Carmilla killed them, it was for
Her daughter.
her daughters.
Yeah.
It was for protection. It was for somebody else.
Out for
not
love.
herself. Out for love. But as even Adam points out later on, like
Fucking weak.
that's weak.
Yeah, which I imagine
But-
we'll get more of an
hey.
explanation later.
It is what it is. You can't really
Yeah.
tear it up too much. When at the same time though, when angelic weapons are common enough that Camilla has
A
weapon
stockpile.
a weapon empire and dealing in
Yeah.
angelic weapons, and then you're gonna tell me that no demon has ever used an angelic weapon against it
You're not
before.
telling me some demon got
So-
lucky being stabbed in the arm.
Ballsy or something.
Yeah, and just like
Yeah.
I happen to have this little tiny, like Nifty's little dagger thing that she has. No one got lucky, went cha, you know.
and just stabbed an angel. Yeah, it's
Pull,
Well, I mean,
pull
okay.
the Primarch and fuck. You stab me, I stab you.
The only thing I could think of for that is initially when, you know, like the first extermination 1 happened. Maybe the demons did fight back and they were like, our weapons aren't doing anything, so
Right,
weapons don't do
yeah.
anything to these guys, period.
And they
Our
just
options
never tried
are
again.
Run. Yeah. Because it's
Yeah.
just, when you're that afraid of something, an unstoppable force, as far as you know, all you can do is run.
Yeah, I guess.
So then, yeah, when new information comes out where it's like, hold on, wait, we can kill them. Yeah, everyone's going to be skeptical. Like,
Really?
can we now? Is that
Huh?
something we can do now?
Yeah.
Are we allowed to do that?
you know, like and like you could use this example for about damn near anyone. If you could have one person say, like, yes, I am a god, and prove in ways that, like, I am godly, you're not going to question that because it's always just been the way things are. And then finally, when someone questions it and puts down some actual facts, you're like, oh, wait, hold on, wait a minute. Let him cook.
Yeah.
Pull them out the boiling oil.
But kind of going back to the episode,
Back to the episode.
Charlie or
Yeah.
Vaggy gets the
Vaggy
weapons.
Gets the weapons, secures the deal.
Then we'll go over to Charlie's route. Charlie
Cannibal Town.
Cannibal Town.
Which is a fun little place, I have to admit.
Yeah,
It's
even
so
she was
dapper.
like, even she was like, they are
It's
cannibals, but
surprisingly
like,
nice.
Cozy here.
yeah. I kind of thought it was funny how she had a drama dump on Alistair on their way to.
And how Alice just the entire way just,
Yep.
I'm listening.
Yep.
Yeah, don't fucking. Yep. There we go.
We get introduced to Rosie.
I love her character.
love
I
her
love her
character.
design.
Yeah. Well, I was kind of
Glorious.
expecting, because in the pilot they show her like crossing out Emile Frank, a name where her coworker, whatever.
Her partner, essentially, of that shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone in Rosie's, and then
Yeah, and this is like,
just
oh,
Rosie's.
she's gonna be a fun character. Ooh.
And then she is
And then
absolutely
we
she
meet her,
actually
and
is a fun
she is a fun
character.
character.
Yeah, she actually.
I love Rosie so much as a character.
She is an incredibly fun character.
She has all these little snide remarks towards Alistair, which I think is hilarious.
Again, I know you're an ace in the hole. A what now?
So she tells her that we'll do it, but you need to convince everyone that you need to do it.
Everyone.
Yeah,
Including Susan.
She's a bit of a
Old bitch.
that.
And I love when Charlie's finally making her announcement to the crowd and just Susan the entire time. Boo! Susan.
Susan.
And I was telling Ethan that's one of my favorite jokes in shows in general is just problem character.
Yeah, fair enough. So Charlie eventually convinces everyone to join. Well, first she drama dumps on Rosie, which she's like, "Well, I mean, do
Yeah,
you love
after,
this
after
person?"
getting a little heated with Susan.
Yeah.
And Rosie's like, all right, what's
need
on
a
your
break.
mind? There's
Something's
clearly
bothering you."
something more than
Yeah.
genocide weighing you down right now.
Which, on both sides of the spectrum in a relationship for Vaggie and Charlie, I can't blame either of them.
No, they're both. There's
You-
something happened.
Yeah,
some
you're
trust
upset
issues.
because she lied for so long, but I understand why she lied. It was such a terrible truth.
Yeah.
And you don't know how the people you love are going to react to those terrible truths, so you fear them. I understand it.
Right. But Charlie has the song. What is it called?
Ready for this?
Ready for this.
Which I have that on my playlist. Too.
That's another
catchy.
good one.
That's another good one.
I don't think episode. Well, we'll get to that later. So she convinces everyone, all the cannibals.
Mrs. Cannibal Town. I mean, really? She's doing her dangdest until, Alistair just lets slip, oh, by the way, you can eat angels. And then
Yes.
everyone's like, oh, wait a second. That's a whole new proposition. I'm ready to go to war.
Yeah.
It was pretty immediate after that, but
Yeah.
it seemed like Charlie was winning them over slowly because people were dancing along with her when she pulled them in, and they were like, "Yeah, okay."
She even got Susan to be like, all right, you know what, sure.
Sure, why not?
and then even
But Alistair's just, hey, how do you feel about angel meat?
how do you want to eat? How do you want to eat angel meat? And everyone's like, "I haven't had it before. Let's figure out."
Right.
And I have to say, I enjoy that song as much as I do, just because I have a soft spot in my heart for old timey musicals.
Fair enough.
Mary Poppins is
pretty
one of
well.
those movies that I don't actively seek to watch, but anytime it's on, it's like, yeah, I'll sit down and I'll watch this for the entire movie.
Well, I wasn't planning on not doing anything today, but here we are.
Here we
so. Anything else in episode 7 we want to touch on?
No, it was just get everybody home, ready for the battle, party hardy.
They were expecting, when they left, Charlie and Vaggie was like,
Oh,
if you
everybody
guys
had to be-
want to leave, I'm not going to hold it against you.
But luckily, everybody was
But,
there.
Yeah, everyone stayed. And then we want to move on to episode 8. The show must go on.
We can, because the rest of it is character interaction.
Yeah, well, there's one thing that I want to touch on specifically, where in episode 8, they're all getting ready for war. They're all getting ready for the battle to come. And Alistair is kind of showing his more human side.
I will say that was a very human moment for him, being
Yeah.
one could get used to this. And
Yeah, it
then,
really seemed like he was
seemed like he-
feeling the camaraderie.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
seemed like he cared for them a lot.
in his own sadistic way, I feel like Alistair does have a plan, and he does have genuine care.
He did.
Yes.
Did have
he
a plan.
Did
And
have
he
a plan.
does
He-
have genuine care for
this
the
was
hotel
him
staff.
trying to get behind and yes, we're gonna do it. We're gonna win, and here I am helping along. Mm-hmm. And this was Alistair, in the grand finale when
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Yep. This is Alistair the Altruist.
Yeah, but at the beginning, Charlie's like, "Let's do it. We're all gonna not die tomorrow." And
Yeah, let's get it up for not dying. I fucking love Vaggie so much.
so then the bar scene, then Serpentius hits on Cherry Bomb, kind of.
I also
Again.
I also love the fact
you
that
could
after
tap that.
so, yeah, let's
He's
say
got
yeah,
2 penises.
just Cherry.
Huh.
I love the look of I have been made curious on this day.
Yeah. But then Charlie has another song, which
Which was a short one.
Yeah,
It was
a short
just
one.
another
it's just-
rendition of More Than Anything.
And more than anything, reprise.
yeah.
And it was just Vaggie reminding Charlie that
What
hey,
we're fighting for.
You have helped people.
You have helped people, and more than anything, I love you. And then they kiss.
I kiss.
Last episode, fight. Next episode, kiss.
It finally worked.
It finally worked.
It
Finally works.
Then it goes up to heaven. It shows them getting ready.
Adam giving his speech. Fuck, Luke. Calm down. Christ.
Okay, Luke, can you just chill out? Christ.
I fucking love his character so much.
Yes, I do. I do also.
Cut out her mouth.
Dude,
Can you just chill?
I do have to say, I also enjoy the
Dynamic between Luke and
Luke
Adam.
and Adam.
Yeah.
Even, like I was pointing this out to Ethan in the last episode, when they were doing
At the court.
yeah, the court.
The court.
How Luke
when,
hopped into the song.
and Adam
Oh.
back up danced immediately.
Yeah,
which
no
is,
hesitation.
It's a little against his character and how like it's all about me. He is.
Yeah.
And then like as soon as Luke was in, he just like boom. But then again, like remember back at the floor. Don't fucking shush me, bitch.
Don't fucking shush me, bitch.
Don't fucking shush me, bitch.
I do love the dynamic, or I did love the dynamic between Luke and Adam, and it's going to be some dynamic that I miss
Yeah.
because Adam was an amazing villain.
Yeah, he was pretty funny.
But at any rate.
But we'll get to the fight. It looked like they were gonna get steamrolled in like the first 2 seconds until
But then they just started big dicking.
well, Alistair started big dicking and putting up the giant force field and giving them a little bit more time to deal with the angels that were in the force field.
Basically separating the lines.
Yeah, which it was so fucking cheating too, because he also had like tentacles
The
coming
tentacles
out of
with the axe.
yeah, it's
just
like
whoosh,
oh my
whoosh,
god,
whoosh.
It's only a
Bullshit.
dumb idea if it doesn't work.
Oh yeah,
Let's
If
be
you
honest
get an
here.
infinite army of angels, I get shadow tentacles.
fair enough.
Fair.
Like, let's see, some of my favorite highlights from that fight, because there's so much going on and not much dialogue. At least not a lot of dialogue.
Not a lot. Everyone got their own outfits for the fight.
Yeah.
Which I thought was kind of cool.
Okay, yeah, battle gear.
Battle gear.
Serpentius's was my favorite.
Oh, absolutely.
General Serpentius.
One thing that I thought was kind of weird, how Charlie was not fighting at all. Which, I mean, it makes sense for her character, but she was not fighting at all.
She's a pacifist.
Yeah.
She
She
just
really is.
pixie dust an angel?
Yeah, we noticed that the last time we watched it. It was like, she just pixie dust someone? I was like, she just pixie dust someone.
Yeah. So then let's just get into Adam's and Alistair's fight.
Oh my god, that was so entertaining.
Adam, first man, next to die.
Like, Jesus, Al. Alright, I hear ya.
He survived a lot longer, but I think that was not so much.
Despite, for some reason, having all of his tentacles armed, him being completely, technically defenseless.
Yeah.
Like, he had no real way to actually kill Adam with him. And I'm wondering why.
He probably had a weapon with him, like an angel weapon somewhere, but he never got the chance to use it or something, maybe. Or maybe he thought that his power was like enough to kill an angel.
Alistair may have been like just playing with Adam the entire time and only was like, oh shit, when he actually. Because again, I do love the scene where he gets the staff cut in half. What just happened? Fuck. And I love it how he says it in his normal voice without a radio static.
Yeah. I imagine he was most likely just seeing what he could do and just fucking with him.
I don't know about that
I don't
because
know about
Charlie
that one, no.
specifically said, wait, I thought Alistair was supposed to deal with Adam. Oh shit, does that mean he's dead?
Yeah.
And also, Alistair wasn't mourned, I'd like to point out.
Oh no.
Because they thought Alistair was dead until the very end of that episode.
that is true.
And at no point was he brought up again.
Yeah.
They were like, "Oh my God, Serpentius, he's gone. Oh, he gave it all for us." And I'm like, the last time you guys thought of Alistair, Adam had killed him.
Yeah.
Like,
I wonder if, like, off screen, maybe Husk said something, because I feel like maybe Husk would know.
I feel like Husk would also know if
Yeah.
Alistair was dead or not. But at
Yeah.
the same time, when Alistair pops up at the end, they're like, "Oh my God, you're back." Except
Yeah.
for Lucifer, who's like, "Oh fuck." This
I mean, Husk was too. He was just like, I think it could have been more of a, oh, he's all right now.
Yeah.
He's back. He's had his hissy fit.
Adam beats Alistair, which then Adam goes to the battlefield and just starts wiping demons. And then he ends up killing Serpentius after.
And absolutely.
Oh my God, I was not ready
Fleek.
for that.
Yeah, I was like,
Just-
oh!
So
yeah.
just finally
We
realizing
all
we need
just-
to deal with that. The entire there was 6 of us in the room, and all of us just pause and because it just
We were
what? Oh, that could have been ugly. And just
every
my,
single one of
just
our
like
draws
that.
we had to pick up from the ground. We were like,
oh.
and see, I had spoilers for me a little because I knew someone was going to die. I just wasn't sure as to whom.
Oh.
And then I saw that and I was like,
Well, that answered that question.
That's that question.
I guess.
I like Serpentius.
Oh,
he was a
Vox.
fun character.
Oh yeah, Vox's whole thing.
No! Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you!
I am so rock hard right now. This is better than sex. I like that.
I gotta. We'll get to that in a second. So continuing the battle.
Oh, okay.
Adam versus Charlie and Vaggie versus Loot. I have to admit, the fight between Vaggie and Loot, I was a little confused on because like Loot was just using everyday items to beat the shit out of Vaggie. But then I had the thought of, well, they're both angels, so maybe because it's Loot doing it, that's why it works.
Also, since Lute's arm wasn't taken by an angelic weapon, shouldn't it grow back?
I
Maybe
mean-
eventually.
Even if it was, it should still grow back anyways because Vaggie got her wings back.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. Wait, then again, I don't know if Luke cut them off or ripped them off. I'm not sure.
She ripped them off.
Okay, well then, yeah, she could get her arm back.
Either which way, she
Or-
got him back. So, and if Vaggie did cut off Lute's arm with an angelic weapon, that would
She
just
didn't.
prove
She
that.
didn't.
Yeah,
Luke got it stuck under rubble.
she ripped it off by herself.
She just left
her
it behind.
Yeah.
You know what? You're slowing me down. I don't need you.
So I wonder if Luke's arm will come back, or if she's just gonna get like a badass metal-looking one,
I don't know.
whole gauntlet, holy gauntlet-looking thing.
So then Charlie tries to fight Adam, ends up failing
That's
miserably.
a good term for it. Yeah, tries.
Yeah.
'Cause that was one-sided as all get out.
Yeah, until Lucifer showed up.
I love the fight. Just the entire fight between Lucifer and Adam was just Lucifer shit
Dude.
talking the man.
Your first wife seemed to think what I liked what I had. So did your second one. Bow chicka bow wow. It's just like, oh my god.
I cannot get over the, and now I'm going to fuck you.
Fuck you up, Dad.
What'd I say? Just very blank face. Huh? Honestly, Lucifer is my second favorite character.
Oh yeah, he's pretty good. What else happened in the fight?
Nifty sniping. My XP'd that shit.
Well, so Lucifer was fighting Adam, and then Lucifer was going to kill him, but then Charlie said, no, let's let him live.
How does mercy taste, bitch?
But then Adam had his whole spiel of, I am the first dick.
Stat.
Everything on Earth descended from these nuts.
You have a thing.
Poking out of your thing there. I don't know if you noticed this, but Ethan noticed it the first time. I noticed it the second time of watching that scene where when it pans back to Lucifer after Nifty lands down and they're like, Nifty, you just look at Lucifer and he does a slow double eye blink to
What does this mean to me?
he's like, oh.
And then
So Adam's dead. Nifty fucking sniped that shit.
just stabs him like 23 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't getting back up from that because that first one went through his heart and then every single other one of those probably hit something important.
It was probably just fuck it. Then Lute and Adam fuck off.
Yeah, they retreat
Which
with
again,
Adam
like
dead.
their relationship, you know, they're rock steady. Like, sport. Like when Luke rolls Adam over, he smiles when he sees her, and it's like, oh man, It's sad.
Yeah,
But at the
that's
same
a little
I was
time,
more or less.
boy, howdy did he have that shit coming.
But
Oh,
Lou
yeah.
also teared up when she saw Adam dead. So like, I wonder
Yeah.
what. I don't think it was like a sexual relationship or anything.
No,
like that.
we've already established that, she's a descendant.
Do we think he's dead, or do we think he's
He's
wounded?
dead because Luke says Adam's dead.
Right. Yeah. At the end.
I'm
of
now
this.
in charge.
Yeah.
So like, anyways,
You go
we'll
down there and you take care of your brat.
Yeah. But with Adam being dead, I was thinking about it, or we were thinking about it. They barely won that fight,
Oh yeah.
the battle.
Yeah.
The whole cannibals were losing by probably numbers.
I gotta say though, one thing I did like about the cannibals' method of fighting was an angel would take out a cannibal, and all the cannibals would just fuck that angel up.
Jump that angel.
But yeah, they only won that because Adam died, and because probably Lucifer showed up.
Yeah,
Had to call a retreat because we got to make sure to give
There-
him help.
their
Yeah.
BBEG was down, and Hell's BBEG was like, "I'm ready to fucking go. Let's
I
do
just
this,
got here.
Go home, please.
please."
Then they leave, and then we go into a song. Well, not directly.
The
then we go-
last song,
yeah.
essentially.
Yeah.
Which
I have it on my
Up.
playlist. I enjoy it.
There's a lot that happens in that song.
there's a lot that happened.
Okay, so now that we're finally at this bit of the fucking, I have to say, so did you notice when Lucifer was rebuilding the fucking hotel, Kiki turned into a whole ass motherfucking Keyblade?
Yep. I was thinking that too. I was like, motherfucker gonna fight the souls of darkness, or the darkness.
This motherfucker's got a whole ass Keyblade. What the fuck?
Yeah.
When are they gonna add that to Kingdom Hearts?
It would be interesting to see in a Kingdom Hearts game going to the Hazbin Hotel,
I
just hearing a
can't
character
believe
scream
this.
"fuck" at the top of their lungs.
Yeah, he had a
Whole ass
motherfucking
Keyblade.
It
Yeah,
was a whole. You could not change my mind.
it was cool.
That
though.
was a Keyblade.
It was motherfucking cool though.
It was actually.
But
Yeah, the
the
hotel.
song, the finale, basically, Charlie decides, you know what, it's time to be sad because everything's wrecked and we won that by a hair.
Which
But,
fair.
Yeah,
yeah, like I've led friends to their death now, and
friend.
it was me. But
Still.
I mean, I'm still going by the assumption that they probably thought Alistair was dead at this point.
Yeah, probably.
that's true.
But yeah,
But
probably.
no, we'll
Like, I have
continue
no
to
idea.
say friend.
Okay.
But, and then Lucifer being like, "Well, I don't know what the heck's you on about, but
This is a huge day.
this is a massive W. All right, we'll take that win."
Yeah.
I do like the fact that I feel like now we are going to see much more of Lucifer in season 2.
Oh yeah.
I'm so happy for that.
I'm so happy for it too because he's
I could stand
such
to
a
see a lot more
goober.
Lucifer. But it's such a goober. But yeah, and they start like, yes, we're gonna
Rebuild, which
Rebuild.
the hotel that they do build is actually pretty fucking dope.
pretty nice.
But so then we go to Al. I'm gonna skip over the V's part of the song.
No, I want to get to that part.
Oh.
Because I'm having a big
confused by that
struggle
part.
bus and like, how do they think that they're going to take control of hell now? Like, what?
Nothing's changed.
Yeah, not really. The status quo hasn't changed that much, if any.
Like,
I
were
don't
they
know.
in competition with Charlie? Is her hotel blowing up suddenly really good for them?
I think they mean in the Overlord sense.
Yeah,
Not-
but
was
even then,
weakened?
who was weakened? Alistair's been gone for 7 years.
he didn't have a power basis to come back. He was already regathering his power basis. If he's just gone again, nothing changed. It's back to the status quo. Now they just don't have to worry about him.
No,
and
you're
then
right.
they're like, Overlord's hanging by a string. Rosie's the only one who lost any real, foot
Yeah.
strength. She's the only one who sacrificed people in the fight. And she didn't seem that bothered.
yeah.
What are they going to do? Move in on Cannibal Town? Like,
Yeah, like Rosie was sipping on her tea towards the end of the fucking episode, and she was like, "Yeah, shit happens." She seemed very unbothered by it all.
Yeah.
pretty unperturbed. And they're just like, yeah, the future of hell belongs to us. And it's like nothing changed.
It's like I would like to know what your plan is, because like, what do you mean the future of hell belongs to you guys? Like, what's changed? Unless I missed something completely, which is possible. Okay, so after a quick review of that little snippet, we were watching the music video, so that if it jumps at all, this is why. I now have a thought.
Oh.
They said Alistair fled, so they still think that Alistair's not at the hotel. They think he
Oh.
fucked off. They think he said, "Fuck this place, I'm out." which we know the reality of that situation now is, he did it.
So
couldn't.
So you think that they're in the mindset of Alistair's gone,
So we can
Rosie's
take-
down a shit ton of people. Well, let's make a move.
Well, that still comes back to the points I made before. Rosie didn't seem that bothered.
Yeah.
And Alistair's been gone.
Right.
I wonder if Alistair still had his territory while he was gone, and they just didn't do anything before for fear. But now they think he's gone again, and he's also weakened
Now
because he got hit.
Yeah.
He got hit.
Now they're gonna act on it because they're like, before they were like, Alistair could come back anytime, and
Now
they're-
they've seen him be driven away.
and now they're like, well, he's gone. Rosie, they don't know that Rosie doesn't care. They think that they think that Rosie's like, oh fuck, I'm down.
Or maybe they're not after. Maybe they're just after Alistair's territory.
Maybe, I don't, or if
'Cause
he
that
hasn't.
would give.
It just seems weird that they waited 8 years to do it.
I don't know how many overlords are there. There's Alistair, Rosie, the V's, Zestiel, the dinosaur chick. I don't know her name.
I just keep seeing fucking videos about her. I don't know why everyone's on about her. She literally had a single line, no 2 lines, because she says, "What's up?" when she arrives.
Yeah,
But, like, that's it.
we don't get to see her a whole lot. Maybe like 2 or 3 more.
Yeah, we'll
Nice,
say
like-
9 overlords in total. So that means that there's 9 different locations in hell that are being contended, essentially. Contested. That was the word.
There's the pentagram,
Mm-hmm.
and each overlord controls part of that pentagram. I believe.
I would love to know which bit.
Yeah, I would love to know who.
Like,
where,
is it where
what.
the lines are? Is where the territories are? Like, that's what I would love to know.
Yeah.
These are detailed things that I'm like, they would help me figure out so much more.
Maybe there are answers because she does a lot on Twitter and stuff, and she has whole things. Because like the reason why, I don't know if we went into this already, but real quick, why demons, when demon kills another demon, it doesn't really mean a whole lot except he's going to be down for a couple of days. He's not dead. But when an angel kills a demon with a weapon,
Dead.
it's dead, and they don't go to heaven or hell. They're just
Right.
dead.
That would
Gone.
honestly make why do I always mess up her name?
Carmilla.
Carmilla. That would honestly make her one of the biggest threats. Period.
Which is
Yeah.
why she's the biggest arms dealer in hell.
Right.
Because she
Yeah.
deals in angelic weapons that can cause permadeath.
Yeah. And that's why when Sir Pentious died by Adam's blast, that wasn't an angel weapon, that was a holy thing, and he got a second chance, and since he sacrificed himself and did the whole redeeming process,
Was actively seeking redemption.
yeah, he got sent to heaven instead of getting sent back down to hell.
So what you're saying is if he wasn't doing those things and he still made the sacrifice for his friends, but he wasn't actively seeking redemption, he would have gone back to hell.
Possibly. And the fact that he didn't get hit by an angel weapon.
Yeah.
But so the V's think that they have a good play to make. I think they're probably just going to end up dying,
I think they're
honestly.
delusional.
I
don't think they
honestly-
have the play they think.
Yeah, I don't think
I
so
have
either.
no idea how Vox and Velvet are going to got, but I think how Valentino's going to die is I think
He's just gonna
Valentino's...
go postal.
I think Valentino's going to cross the line, and then Angel's just going to just light him up, because he has angelic weapons now.
Yeah.
He could totally just light him up.
Yeah. And then Alistair's part in the song.
Yeah, that was a whole, like, ooh, he's at the end of his rope and is desperate to get out of his deal with the person that we don't know yet. But
We have
theories.
Yeah,
Everybody
theories,
has the
but-
same theory. It seems like we all seem to, since they were both gone for 7 years,
doing
both
something.
Lilith and Alistair
They got
made a
something.
deal at some point. That's the running theory.
Or it could be one giant thing that they're like, yeah, they were gone for 7 years and they made a deal. Wink.
No,
that's just throwing
he
this off
is
the
a
breadcrumb.
deal. He made a deal with someone.
He made a deal with some, but maybe not with Lilith.
Could
maybe
be.
they're just throwing
Maybe
that.
that's a red herring.
Yeah,
Could
I
be.
don't know.
But again, I don't know. It's none of the other overlords. So unless Alistair made a deal with like someone on Lucifer's level, so wrath, pride, sloth, gluttony, greed, the actual 7 deadly sins,
Yeah.
there's really not too many people I would
Well,
probably
I
say
mean,
that he made a deal with other than Lilith and a higher ranked person.
Lilith or Eve, maybe.
Oh, that's a point. We haven't heard anything or seen anything about Eve.
Bless
Bless you, except from the beginning bit. So
Ouch.
Maybe.
Could
This
be.
is just a huge maybe.
But again, we don't know exactly where Eve's at because she's never mentioned. Eve isn't mentioned at all except in the beginning. And then it's just whoop.
And then in passing by Lucifer,
Yeah.
that suggests maybe he banged Eve. That's it. That's all we get for her existence.
Yeah.
Who really knows? So yeah, it could be Lilith. Might also be Eve.
Yeah. Who knows? Also, one thing that really stuck to me is that when he said Alistair died for his friends.
Alistair the altruist died for his friends, which to be altruistic is to be like a godfather, to be beneficent, to give gifts, to be the guardian, the person looking out for you is to be altruistic. And to say that side of him, Adam killed, but he's still stuck here, means I'm still working with them, but I'm not just helping anymore.
Yeah.
Now I need something out of this.
Yeah, it seems like he wants to be more.
How the lyrics
Closer
go
to be
is
getting-
Alistair the altruist died for his friends. Sorry to disappoint. That is not how this ends. I'm hungry for freedom like never before. The constraints of my deal surely have a back door. So, like, that's a very, I don't want to say specific line, but a specific line. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
It's very, I almost died helping. Surely there's a way out of this.
like I'm in trouble. I almost fucking died. These people are going to get me killed. I've got to get out of here. Because he also says at the beginning of the song, this place reeks of death and there's a chill in the air. So now he's realizing this is not all fun and games.
Yeah.
So he's like, I've now got to start playing like a serious player.
But he also isn't giving up on the hope of being the one pulling the strings.
Yeah.
He says when he finally gets his freedom,
Guess who
he'll
will
be the one
pulling
pulling
all the strings.
So he's not like, I need to get out of here.
I need
He
the
wants
power.
to be the guy on top.
I need to get
again.
away from this situation while still shooting for the top.
Yes. But we'll have to wait and see what happens.
Season 2.
In season 2. Yeah, I think that pretty much covers everything.
I would say that's the big bits, minus the bombshell of Lilith being in heaven.
Yeah.
Being in heaven.
Just chilling.
Just chilling.
Just chilling. And Lute says, Adam's dead, your deal with him is done. I'm now in charge, so get your ass down there and take care of your fucking brat.
Yeah.
And that's, what do you mean, your deal? What deal did you have? I need answers, damn you!
And you're commanding Lilith around? What's going on here?
Well, I mean, again, we don't know the extent of the deal between Adam and Lilith. How I think it happened is Adam wanted to do the execution, but Lilith was the rallying point for hell. So I don't think the executions have been happening too terribly long. Or at least not as horribly as they were before.
Yeah.
Or as they are now with these past 7 years.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, any thoughts? I kind of want to go over one section, but I'll let you guys go first.
More or less continuing on with what I was saying, because
Okay.
I'm thinking about it more and more. But yeah, with the whole deal, I would imagine that Adam finally put 2 and 2 together that Lilith was the issue, and he's like, I've got to get her out of there because she's the one making these these exterminations so difficult, because maybe she gets the demons to rally to her or something, or she has safe areas or things like that. I don't know. Or maybe she has a powerful magic. I don't know.
I don't know either.
But either way, Lilith was in the way somehow, and Adam was like, we need you not to be a player, so here's the deal. You stop helping, you get to live in heaven. That's the deal. Could be.
Maybe. Ethan? Anything else you want to touch
I
on?
think that's about it.
I would like to say that, what do you guys give it a rating wise out of 5?
Out of 5?
Out of 5.
Season 1, I'd give it a solid 4.5 out of 5. I really enjoyed it, and everything that I did have a problem was either I was confused and later figured it out, or it was just a nitpick where it's like,
It's something that just, hey, it hasn't been described yet. Sure, it's confusing now, but it's still only season 1, and those questions just haven't been answered.
Exactly. So you can't give a low rating because you don't have answers yet.
Right.
If you went into a series with all the answers, you'd be very bored of the series quickly.
Oh, well, yeah.
But like, as far as music goes, as far as like the animation goes,
Characters,
like,
the
background
world.
details, the world. I'm sitting pretty solid at like a 4.
4?
Yeah.
Okay, so we all seem to be in agreement.
Right.
I might even go as low as a 3.5, maybe, only because of the pacing of the show.
Because it does seem pretty fast.
Yeah, but
it
that's
seems like they
that's like on a
established-
bad day I'd give it a 3.5. On a good day I'd give it a 4, a 4.5. On a normal day, but
I understand that the pacing might not be everyone's thing, but for someone who is an ADHD, easily distracted person, riddled mess, I enjoy the fact that it is fast because it never isn't holding my attention.
right. I will say that I love the show. I love a lot of things. It's just obviously, we have more questions to be answered, and
But,
we
yeah.
really need to see, like, we just kind of need to wait, like, and see what happens next,
What
for
happens in
season 2.
I will
Which-
say we'll probably, with each season, do one of these recordings
Yeah.
and then just kind of give our overall...
Give our 2 cents,
Two
into,
cents.
throw our hats into the
why not?
well that is the Hazbin Hotel community.
Oh my god. But, like, I don't see... Like, anybody who enjoys the show, I've noticed, if they have something, air quotes, bad to say, they always give constructive criticism. And I have to say, I do appreciate that in the community. Like, I appreciate constructive criticism because we're not perfect. We're not infallible.
Right.
So I like being showed, hey, you could do X better. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. And then go on about your day.
Then go on about your day.
I will say that for season 1, I will give it a 4. For the whole season, or for the whole show, I would highly recommend watching it.
Oh, yeah.
This is where I was going with this.
Okay, go.
If you look at it from the community sense, because I'm not going to lie, every online community has that little green little goblin back there. That little
pocket of
oh god,
embarrassment.
it's so weird. They just do the
Oh.
gross shit.
Oh, okay, I get what you're saying.
What-
like
the-
that one, I forget his name, but the one dude that spent like, what was it, 20...
50K.
50K for an animation for Charlie just to thirst over him. That was odd.
Yeah, well, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the guys that do
Golden
like the really weird shit.
That seems pretty weird to me.
No, it is pretty weird, but that's not as bad as like the people who are like over infatuated with the show, where that's their life.
I will say that I got no room to judge here. Do you know how much Halo shit I own?
Right, but do you bring it up out of nowhere?
Yes.
Not bring it up out of nowhere. How do I word
I was
this?
gonna say you're gonna have to keep trying there, bud. You're gonna have to keep trying there.
You know what I'm talking about, where it's just
You're saying on the sense of where I can hold a conversation outside of Halo
yes,
and not have to bring it up to have a normal conversation.
yes, that is what I'm talking
That's just every franchise ever, and you can't blame the franchise for those kinds of fans.
No, I'm not blaming the franchise. I'm not even really blaming the fans, because if they're gonna like it, they're gonna like it. I'm not gonna stop them. I'm more or less. That's what turns people away from anime, where it's like, oh, I don't want to be a fucking
okay.
weeb.
Okay, I see
Yeah,
what you're saying
yeah.
now.
Where they're like, oh, I don't want to be a fucking weeb. I
People
don't want to be
see that as the example of the
Yes.
franchise. This happened big with the Brony community as well, where people would only see the really super. I mean, they're all fucking weird, but people only ever saw the huge, big fucking weirdos, and were like, "Ew, you're all like that, huh?"
Yeah. Don't let the show or the people who
Watch the show, form your own opinion.
Yes. I have a friend of mine who just watched Guts for the first time, and that was the first anime he's ever watched, and he was like, I kind of want to get into this more. And I was like, you can't. I was like, yeah.
You mean Berserk?
Yeah.
Okay, I was so confused there for a second. I was like, Guts. Main character? Berserk?
Yeah. We watched the 1991, I think.
Damn.
Whatever. It was really good.
This is a good one, though.
It's free on YouTube.
Berserk's been around since like the late 80s.
Yeah.
Right.
But either which way, I don't want people to look at Hazbin Hotel and be like, oh, it's just a bunch of gays who fuck each other and then that's it. It's like, yes, that does happen. I'm not going to say
they
that
don't
it
even
doesn't.
show it, though.
Huh?
I said they don't show...
No, they don't show anything. But if you just look at it for its face value, it's like, oh, this is very gross, blah, 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 blah. But it's like, you can't look at this like it's an anime or whatever, where it's like, oh, if I watch this,
It's a passion project.
It's a passion project.
But well, no, that's
I
not
wouldn't
the
say
right word.
passion project anymore because they're making a lot of money.
I mean, you could still have passion over a project.
That is fair. I just don't want people to look at it and go, oh, I don't want to be like one of those fucking degenerates. You know what I mean?
No, you're already a different kind of degenerate. Change my mind.
Yeah, but I do highly suggest anyone to go watch it.
Oh, yeah. Go watch the show. Enjoy the show. Love the show. Have fun with the show.
Yeah. But with that being said, is there anything else we'd like to touch topics with?
Can't wait for season 2.
Can't wait.
I'm excited because, like, that'll be another episode for the channel that I will enjoy doing.
Which I believe they're going to come out. They said either in 2 years or a year. So max 2 years that we're going to have to wait, I think.
Oh, God, are we going to have to wait years for seasons to come out? That's annoying. That's just me. That's me. I'm greedy.
Yeah. But, I mean, hey, that means that they're putting time and effort into it.
Right.
So.
I think it was Shakira Miyamoto who said, something that is late is eventually good. Something that is early could be bad forever.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
something along those lines. But I know what you're talking about, what he said. Mm-hmm. But I believe that's it.
I believe that's it.
Jonah?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been another fantastical rendition of Live and Let Lore. I'm Jonah.
I'm Jeremy.
And I'm Ethan.
And we hope you enjoyed this. Later, guys!